We're gonna beat her up like Sergeant Killam in Pizza Break.
Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! Oh!
Now my partner will transport Sylvia back to Elazar. Your partner Casper for real? He got the black Air Force Ones, huh? High top editions. That's crazy. How y'all doing? It's your boy JC and welcome back to another Perfumare. Ooh, you saw that I had my little wrist brace? Boom, almost slapped you. How you doing? What's up? Welcome back. Beautiful Monday. How's your Monday been doing? I can tell my Monday is probably gonna be alright because usually on Mondays I edit videos. Either way, ignore that, bro. We in here with another part. Come on, bro. Last part, juicy of the juicy, bro. Like I didn't even have to watch a Meg Thee Stallion music video to find the juicy, bro. It was just there in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Squirting like the geysers in the National Yellowstone Park. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We ain't got nothing else to say, bro. Let's just get into this bit. Come on. My baby girl, what's your name? Come on, bro. NINO in the building. She's here to save the day. Some OGs in here, bro. Honestly, bro, like, if y'all want to recap, I just watched the last episode. I'm tired of doing recaps. I just want to know, can we still trust Renee? I don't know. Why did I have to hide stuff from my own teammates? That's just weird to me. Like, the whole time, Jewel didn't even know about the vial. I don't even know if she saw that we threw it at Jennifer Lawrence. Like, and it's like, we didn't even let her know. It's like, dude, if we don't get a good ending, I blame the game and freaking Renee. But I am afraid it will have to wait. NINO, nigga, Renee. Agent's expression means business. Her voice is as toneless and monotone as you remember. Well met. A faint smile flickers on her face before she turns away, ready to melt back into the darkness. Shall we? Yeah, let's beat her up. Beat that hoe up. We're gonna beat her up like Sergeant Killam in Pizza Break.
Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! Oh!
But what about Sylvia? Man, don't worry about Sylvia, you freaking possum. She has been neutralized and taken in already. Dang, y'all were quick. It's the instant transmission come with the bonus pay, the tax insurance, medical benefits. Damn. Neutralized as she speaks as though Sylvia is a rabid dog, not known murderer. You really can't argue with that description though. So quickly? I did not come here alone. Dad and your little concoction left her very amenable. Uh-oh, Jewel, you hearing this? It was easier to find her than it was to find you. Precisely. That's it. Would you like me to release her? Are you fond of being chased around? If so, I do apologize. Hey, NINO, hold up. Slow down on the brakes, bruh. God dang, dude. Look, man. If you don't, I'm gonna have to whip you. Y'all gonna see it in the next Midnight Train episode, alright? If you wanna know why I got that there, just laying around. Anyway, yeah, chill out, bro. Like, we homies, we chilling, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to shoot you. Her tone doesn't change, but you still manage to hear her sarcasm dripping off her. No, it just seems hard to believe that all it took to catch Sylvia was a vial of what essentially is a poison, and well, a professional. Too easy? Too easy. NINO mouths, quirking an eyebrow. It's done either way. She concedes, lifting her shoulders, half a shrug. Then what now? Jewel don't remember, she don't want to talk about the vial? Now my partner will transport Sylvia back to Elazar. Your partner Casper for real? He got the black Air Force Ones, huh? High top editions. That's crazy. Not the high tops, bruh. And the ashy knees? Casper, come on, Casper. It's coconut butter, bro, not Vaseline. Even then, coconut butter kind of op recently. I don't know if y'all been hearing about coconut butter. I can't trust Jergens. I can't trust Suave. I can't trust nobody, bro. Get off of me. She opens her mouth to finish, but before any more words can pass her lips, the sound of her cell phone ringing interrupts her. Yes, she drawls when she picks up, knitting her eyebrows as she listens. I'll kiss you right now on the forehead. You better stop.
Get some help.
Stop playing with me, NINO. She did what? She exclaims in a sharp tone and cool cool like a glacier. Bro, y'all can't even capture Sylvia, bro. Y'all suck, bro. This is what I get for calling 911. Oh, LaRon is going to love that. You'll never hear the end of it. You're gonna have to beat her mother up. Her smirk, cruel, and you watch her hang up, clearing the middle of someone's monologue. She says to the three of you, all poised and unruffled, even as her sit spikes up, bitter and dry. What's wrong? Change of plans. Her grip on the cell phone tightens. You hear the plastic squeal from the force. God dang. Oinky? Sylvia escaped. Bro, even a vial? Bro, what is she, Godzilla? Bruh. She took a whole vial to the booty, to the eyeballs, and she's still walking around. She says after a moment, and you almost, well, how does she even escape, bruh? Because she can't use her Perfumare, right? You almost laughed at sheer absurdity of it all. Unless y'all made a defected vial, which is crazy. Y'all suck. You've got to be joking. If I were joking, you know. I don't know with you. That's just freaking ridiculous. Don't panic just yet. We'll find her. Both her scent and her attitude display such a convincing confidence, you're compelled to believe her. There's a pricking of fear, however, a warning sign roaring in your head. You want our help. Help? No. With her free hand, she beckons you all close, making you follow her while she leads you out of the forest. What I want is bait, and I think I just found the perfect one. Who? Me? My booty? All right, boys and girls, chapter 6. Let's get in this booty hole. Hey, Valentine's Day just passed. Come on, that was last week. Come on, bro. What I want is bait. And I think I just found the perfect one. No. God dang, Jewel, already? Jewel snaps, tone scathing and so frigid, it instantly chills you to the bone, surprising you more than the audacity of NINO's comment over my dead effing body. Are you talking about me or Jewel? Because I get the last call, bruh. Jewel's typical easy continuance pops like a soap bubble, instantly replaced by resentment. So profound and immobilized and renders you speechless. It takes less than a second. Between your eyelids sliding close and lifting again, your body is yanked from NINO's hold and pushed behind. Oh, she's using powers. That's crazy. At the same time, Jewel's burst of power slashes through the forest like an arrow, leaving a knot but broken branches in its wake. God dang, we fighting for our rights. 13th Amendment. The wave can hit the next target. Before the wave can hit its target, NINO's figure flickers, effortlessly dodging the attack. Let's get some animation. Ooh, apparition going. What's up? She reappears and looks thoroughly unimpressed. Yeah, we need to go to school, bro. Is UA hiring, bro? Like, are they man, screw UA. I'd rather go to Sky High, bro. Y'all remember that movie? Her expression smooth and apathetic, unchanged. The same you note. Can't be said for Jewel. You never seen Jewel lose control like this, and judging by the startled gasp coming from Renee, neither has she. Man, she could just sit there like a doll. Jewel, no. Jewel snarls, both hands clenched by her sides, ready to strike. You took enough from me already. You're not getting niggas. You're not getting my boy. The suffocating tension cools around you, threatening to burst your chest open with the force of it. Under the overwhelming scent of rage, there's still a spark of dual fear coming from Renee. NINO, on the other hand, still smells of nothing. There's no need for dramatics, she says offhandedly, breaking the strain with her whisper of a laugh. Oh, really? You just told us you want to use nigga senpai as bait and slip over the tongue. NINO drones out, attention sliding back to you. What I meant, of course, was a decoy. You're going to be our lure. And that's different how? You challenge, still shaken. Besides, I didn't say that I am going to help you. NINO huffs, a little more amused, more than a little amused by your response. Pushing a hand into the front pocket of her jacket, she fiddles with something inside of it. Jewel tenses at the sight, arm brushes against yours, relaxing just as hastily when the object NINO retrieves turns out to be a cell phone. You misunderstood. Ooh, yikes. We seen you're trying to kill her. NINO explains laconically, whatever. In my opinion, involving a civilian would be more nothing than a hindrance. Then why? Believe it or not, we're not doing you a favor. We're doing you a favor. If you worked with us from the start, this situation would have been already resolved. Really, because... Oh, so you think your plan was better? The foul politeness of her inquiry stabs you like a needle. The sweetness of her equally fake smile adds insult to injury. Then tell me then, what did running away accomplish? Beyond a few weeks of feigned peace? Hey bruh, she was one of the options, don't hate. You wasted your time. Loath as you are to admit, she's right. Loath as you are to admit, she's right. Back then, your memory in shambles, your decision guided by instinct alone. Perhaps your brain wasn't impaired. If your brain wasn't impaired, you would have chosen differently. You did what you thought was best given the circumstances. I'll be blunt. You're useful to us, but by no means essential. With all the information at our disposal, we can capture Sylvia on our own. Then why bother? As I said before, no matter what you want to think about this SPD or department or government in general, we, or at least the bigger part of our agency, want to help. That's our job. The honesty is, to say the least, surprising, and you find yourself unable to dispute her claim. Even since the warehouse incident, even though you were unaware of that, then Laurent, and by the extension of Nino and Flavio, try to do everything in their power to help you. Truth doesn't improve your opinion of the SPD, but it does let you see the situation from a different angle. See, that's that big brain, boy. How big is your brain? Is it galaxy? I understand that you have no reason to trust me, and so if you decide to leave, I won't stop you. Do bear in mind that you and your friends will be at the first one Sylvia's kill list. I don't care, bruh. She can't kill us with that. She can't even use a lure no more. Like, what's the whole point of that vial if it's not gonna work? She hushed the question and made it fainter by the sight of trembling Renee's lips. The shakiness of her voice, complemented by the paleness of her complexion, giving her a look that is not unlike that of a ghost on the verge of dissolving into thin air. Why would she do that? Nina hums, as if to say, who knows? You have to ask Sylvia directly. A soft buzzing sound announces the incoming call. A split second before the default ringtone resounds, and otherwise the tranquil force shrewd in the sudden silence. It's her MO. Nina continues as though uninterrupted. Still, one of her fingers is already reaching for the dial button. We have proof of her harming her old acquaintances. The list of people she used then discarded is nearly 2 pages long. Bro, she is a human trafficker. Damn. She running a brothel. I am not a seer, but I can tell you with confidence, she won't stop until everyone who deems precarious to her integrity is destroyed. How? Renee starts barely louder than a breath. Nevertheless, she's not allowed to finish. Nino doesn't wait for the rest of the query, promptly lifting her cell phone and launching into a conversation. On top of it all, she pivots unceremoniously, walking away. Stunned by the development, you sincerely expect her to turn around any second now. Check if you're following. She doesn't. Her pace remains unhurried. It's because she has no intention of stopping. She wasn't bluffing when she said she couldn't care less about your cooperation, or lack thereof. We should go with her. Renee mumbles while you stare at Nino's retreating back. Jules' frown that just now started to clear returns with vehemence. Seeing that, Renee quickly adds, at least she guides us out of the force. You're not all surprised to see Jules ready to oppose. You have no doubt that she can find a way out of the force by herself. Should neither rise offend any attackers. Fine. Jules' affliction isn't a lure, and therefore she can smell any sheer misery blanketing Renee like a cloak. And yet, suffering Renee's experience is plain to see, no matter how hard she tries to disguise it. Come on then, before we lose her. Before I change my mind is what is left unsaid. Her footsteps make no sound as she wades through the full bushes. Though she has to hear you coming from a mile away, she doesn't slow down, forcing you to chase after her with the moonlit clearing. Even though you approach the agent, Jewel holds you within her vicinity, as if worried that Nino will use the occasion to snatch you and disintegrate. I mean, I don't even know why we're even walking at this point. She can teleport her ass. But I don't know if it's like long distance teleporting. I think it's like close distance teleporting or something like that. Her focus turned elsewhere. She's marching decidedly back to the motel, barking orders at someone at the other side of the cell phone. Alright, so she's on the phone with Flavio. Hold up. Sorry, we'll make my report write itself, Flavio. And you know he makes us copy it 4 times just to be sure. Him being Laurent, you're fairly confident. You're not surprised to learn that he's strict supervisor. He's always looked the part. Talk, Laurent, and what make it all worse? Though Nino's admonishment is stern, there's an undertone of something akin to fondness when she addresses her partner. The fleeing fracture in her mask gone as quickly as it had appeared. No, he has enough on his plate right now. What you want to do? Take the first shifter into custody. Wait for him to regain consciousness. Shifter? Renee mouths. Her expression is once changing into a genuine puzzlement rather than desolation. Her scent likewise lightens. Jewel, on the other hand, presses her mouth tighter. Before either of them can speak, Flavio blabbers resounds louder than before. Okay, I have secured you. The force is okay. I'll be there soon. On that note, without a farewell to end Nino's end calls, Nino ends the call. Okay, what was that about? None of your business. Alright, bruh. It's a tough choice, really, deciding on what irritates you more, the rude dismissal or the almost cheerful tilt of Nino's voice. I think it's very much my business, considering. I am so sorry. She coos, saccharine sweet and not all remorseful. Can I see your badge or the official or government issued clearance? No? Then it's none of your business. You know, I like that energy. We don't need to be worried about what Nino does, okay? Let's just get in here. Let's try to stop Sylvia. Look, I'm sorry, I'm biased, you know? Nino kinda hot. Oh, the nerve. After everything you've been through since the damn warehouse meeting, all that running for your lives and almost dying, and now some SPD jackass is being cheeky. What a effing day. You mentioned a shifter. Oh god dang, Renee. And you didn't mention a vial in front of Jewel, but let's just throw that away. Could it be that person who just tried to hurt us wasn't Sylvia? Ooh, hold up. You kind of twerking in my ear real quick. I see, then it does. Yeah, cause she's silent now. It's just because the unconscious guy we found in the forest wasn't Sylvia, doesn't mean she isn't involved. Ah, of course, so we didn't really catch Sylvia. She did raise a good question. You said first shifter, the one who took Sylvia's face as their disguise. Who's the second? It's Nino's mouth parts as if to give it an answer, then quickly snaps shut. What's with those questions? Why should I tell you anything? Aren't we not on a team, bro? You wanted me to be a decoy? I gotta know what I'm doing up in this bit. I can't just trust y'all niggas. You refuse to assist us again. Might I add, there's nothing I can tell you. You were just about to tell us. I haven't decided yet. You protest your willingness to join forces with the SPD dwindles at the speed of light. Well, let me know when you do. Till then, you're free to go. Brushing you off, Nino pauses in her tracks to lift a large branch out of her way. Dense leaves part, uncovering a gleam of neon far in the distance. In a couple of steps, you'll be back in the parking lot. A relief to seeing a familiar sign through the thinning trees soothe you greatly, and for a moment you forget about your fury. That is until Nino sets off again. Wait! You mean I'm cleared? Cleared, yes. Oh, okay, so we can stop running, bro, like a gorilla. Safe? No. We're never safe. Can you stop with your riddles? Chill, Jules. She's trying to shoot. You think this is a joke? Aren't you the one who treats it all like a farce? If you're sure that you can evade a serial murder on your own, then be my guest. I just failed to see why you think you're so special that you're going to succeed when all of her other victims weren't so lucky. Yes, because we'd be so much safer with you. Matter of fact, you would, but I don't care enough to bother trying to convince you. It's your life, wasted it as you see fit. There's no sarcasm when she says that, no malice, but a strange sort of pity, almost resignation that gives you a pause. Faint scent of sadness that protrudes through the flesh, smell of dirt, and sweetness of damp moss is downright shocking. The agent is hard to figure out. Her actions since she found you make little sense. Hey, bro, she could probably have a tragic anime backstory. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a Chiha. She a Chiha, you know. She has enough hatred. She can walk into the the dark side a little. I'll let her be like that. Really though, I'm just trying to make people get off my bae, bro, because Nino my bae now. When you think she's trying to deceive you, she lets you go. And when you're certain it's because she's indifferent. Her continuance cracks. If I am no longer a suspect, can I return home? Nino doesn't react to being addressed beyond letting out a non-committal hum. Knowing her, if your deduction wasn't right, she wouldn't hesitate to needle you about it. If so, you've been found innocent. If you've been found innocent, then the agents who haunted you before had to be dismissed. You can't help but wonder if the shifter, the SPD, has caught anything to do with it. You want to ask if Nino is certain. If not, Sylvia was a shifter. Then who was Sylvia Nino has said escaped? Was it the second shifter? If so, how can they tell? The avalanche of questions and ifs ensures you in one thing. There's more to it than you thought. Yeah, brother. Without gas in the tank of Renee's car, you're once more at the mercy of Nino. Surprisingly enough, she doesn't rub it in, agreeing to take you back to Elazar under one condition. You're to give a statement. Which you do. There's not much to say after all. Yes, you were at the warehouse. Yes, you were attacked. No, you don't know the assailants. Yes, one of them resembled Sylvia. The report is brief, terse, but detailed. You heard yourself recap the events like it was a movie you watched before taking a nap. When you're done, Nino instructs you to wait while she crosses the parking lot to join the other 3 agents on the opposite side of it. You end up perching yourself up on the hood while Renee leans on the trunk, both palms pressed against the metal, trembling. Jewel brushes past her, gently patting her back with a hand that is equally unsteady, before wedging herself in the middle, pressing herself closely against your thigh. She just loves touching us, or the writer just loves showing that. Alright, so there's 2 agents. I'm just trying to skip over this. Your answer then, Sylvia met. Isn't that Sylvia's bodyguard? Jewel frowns, rivals you while you watch the man maneuver inside the SUV. His form quickly obscured by the tinted windows and the closing of the vehicle. Something. Maurice Wright. Okay. It's a big Terminator, dude. So are you. You know, I just noticed, if Renee and like Jewel are so like buddies, I still have not got over the fact that they didn't address about the vial stuff, and like even then she wanted to hide the vial stuff from Jewel. Like, if y'all are such childhood friends, you would think she would trust Jewel more than me. So are you. Probably you remember his rifle more than his face. Renee pales and you got immediately regret. Obviously you remembered his face more than the freaking gas tank that was at E. Oh, we thought he was just her lackey though, not a shapeshifter. And 5 at that. Kind of funny because back then you could have sworn he was enthralled. It couldn't have been an act to complete surrender. Whatever. A victim can't be feigned, just like the emptiness of their eyes. Maurice was indeed forced to blah blah. Why would he be here now on his own volition? Forced to serve Sylvia. Why would he be here on his own volition? If he was clear-headed, when he was wearing Sylvia's facade like a suit. Unless there was a third person involved and Maurice's unconscious body was left. Okay. The freak? Oh, what's up, bruh? What's wrong? Yeah, bye. Did you have to do that? Renee, for her part, barely makes a sound, her complexion switching between the white and green before setting on the former. It's faster that way. Nino exclaims offhandedly, offering no further explanation nor an apology, instead of pointing out her chin at the occupied SUV. He's quite popular. What do you mean? The shrug she presents you with makes you strongly reconsider the volunteering with any information, but the uncertainty gnaws at you. He's with Sylvia. In the warehouse? Yes, I assumed as much. That's not all. He was under a thrall. Are you absolutely sure? Yeah, it's rather impossible to miss. For you at least, given your affliction. Well, that does complicate things. Jewel chortles, slapping the palm over her mouth. to stifle her helpless laughter. Must be Tuesday. No one's laughing. In a blink, she reappears a few paces away, knocking at the window of the occupied SUV till it slides down, revealing a man seated at the passenger side, possible not to recognize even at a distance. The red flash of Flavio's jacket is magnified by the broken neon sign, causing the man to wear it to a glimmer like a disco ball. His sunglasses are pushed high on his forehead, acting like a headband. Alright, we get it. Jesus. Raid's brother, huh? Jules snorts discreetly once Flavio returns to his conversation. I could see that. The softness of that observation is the statement in itself. It's not often that you can discuss Reed without Jewel inevitably rolling her eyes at the mere memory of his antics. Renee? It's nothing, What should we do now? The correct decision, you suppose, would be rather running away or returning to Lazar. Neither is particularly wise. Both would require help from SPD. We accept Nino's gracious offer of giving us a lift. Needless to say, you are less thrilled than the prospect. But it's not like you can stay here with a dingy motel and barely any cash and empty gas tank. And once we're back, what then? Should we just return to the Institute? What else can we do? Guiltily, Renee's eyes flicker towards the SUVs. Renee. Jewel warns, but her resolve is wavering. Didn't Nino say what? That we should assist them? Please, Renee, for F's sakes, don't be naive. Ooh, we need that spice. You adding cayenne pepper. Haven't you forgotten what they did to us? To your mother? Just because some of them aren't as crappy as the assholes who destroyed our home doesn't mean that they have the best interest in mind. Besides, you heard the agent. She said they don't need us. Maybe so. Man, she just wants to figure out if Sylvia is still paying her $20 an hour. You can go. I'm gonna drop you off the ship. I don't need you no more. Nina wasn't wrong. Running away amounted to nothing, and that was before Sylvia knew about our involvement. So we'll hide and wait it out. Let the SPD be useful for once. Who's to say they can catch her without our help? She argues back, unusually fierce. Okay. What if Sylvia isn't the only one involved? What if the most of the government is on it too? Do you think they'll hesitate before killing their own agents? We both know they won't. We worked with Sylvia for years. Renee whispers and then buries her shaking hands, length of her long matted hair tugging at the strands. I should have known How could you? Her own people didn't see it coming. Jul's expression falls and the eerie is now replaced by pity. It's not your own fault. Is it? Isn't it? You were right when you told me you should have rejected her offer. I thought the SPD had changed that. She chuckles, a wet dry sound that scrapes her throat just as the air around feels her nauseating stench of the vinegar and salt. Man, put a humidifier in this bit. You're right. I am so incredibly naive. Renee. But Renee doesn't want to listen. She wipes her face and brushes her hair back, trying to and failing to get her appearance under control. Now, if she's really guilty, then she deserves to get caught. And I will do anything I can help. Go slob on her knob. Dang. Now look at her. I'm glad to hear it. This time when Nino emerges from the coiling shadows, the only one who doesn't startle is Renee. We don't ask for much. Flavia will take you to the office and ask a couple of questions, and you don't need to convince me. Dang. Just tell me where to go. Very well. What about you? Grab your things and let's go. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna end it here. It's a little late, so this might be a smaller episode than usual. But we are making progress. Shut up. Good progress, bad progress, we don't know. It's just progress, my nigga. There's so many options and so many routes now that we know that Sylvia, that wasn't even her, that was a shapeshifter. Which makes sense. I mean, you know, she's so smart where she wouldn't get caught like that. But now it leads me to the question, is we even gonna catch her? Especially with knowing that, like, there's 2 more chapters left, potentially. I mean, we always knew that, like, Nino is also kind of like this in her personality, but I'm trying to figure out if, like, do we see different sides of her personality here? I don't think we got a lot of her. We only got the little bit of her at the end of Laurent's route, so I guess that makes sense that we don't know her full story. But it is kind of adding up so far. Nino comes, kind of saves the day, and you know what I mean? And then we kind of get introduced to her. But with Jules' route, we kind of get a more hostile version of her. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see, like, what they're gonna do with this. Well, I'll try to make a longer episode next week, and we'll see if we can finish chapter 6 and get some endings. Let me know your thoughts, man. We're almost done with the game. We just gotta finish this chapter, see if we can get the extra chapter, and then we'll finish off with the Reed's joint, and then we're done, bruh. Y'all stay blessed. Keep your head special. I'm gonna see you when I see you. Peace.